This is Walkabout Mini Golf, a made-for-VR physics-based mini golf game that perfectly recreates the simple fun of the game and the joy of playing with others, young and old. Guys, I have played this game for a few years on both the PC and Quest and have been begging the developers to bring this to PSVR, as it is easily one of my favorite VR games of all time. You might find that hard to believe, but stick around and I'll tell you why you need this game. Hey guys, it's Chris from the VR Grid and welcome to the channel. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you're interested in more VR content from us, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss new videos as they drop. And if you're looking to join our VR conversations, feel free to leave a comment, or even better, join us each and every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific here for the Virtual Boys podcast. As a longtime VR gamer, for years I could not understand why we never got a proper VR mini golf game, as the small golf courses, simpler physics, and room scale nature of the experience just seemed to lend itself so well to VR. There were a few attempts, but it wasn't until Walkabout Mini Golf hit the scene in 2021 on the Quest and PC that VR gamers got themselves a proper VR mini golf game. Now, since the game dropped back in 2021, it has grown and improved immensely as a title, with the inclusion of additional control mechanics, improved visuals, and many new courses. And you lucky PSVR 2 headsets get to play the best version of Walkabout Mini Golf, benefiting from years of polish and improvements, while also getting a version of the game that comes packed with each and every single course that has been released to date. And for those keeping score, that's 18 18-hole golf courses, with each course coming in with an unlockable hard variation that takes place during the evening light, essentially taking that course number up to 36 courses and 648 individual holes. That's a lot of mini golf goodness. Now, of course, how much game there is to play wouldn't matter if the act of playing mini golf sucked here, but developer Mighty Coconut has absolutely nailed the ball physics here, creating a game that feels spectacularly like playing real mini golf. Everything from the way the ball reacts to different power strokes to the way it rolls and bounces off different surfaces all feels exactly how it should. And I might say this also includes the mishaps, intentional or otherwise, of firing a ball out of bounds, which can lead to some amazing moments of Rube Goldberg-esque wizardry in an attempt to hack a course with some amazing trick shots. Something the game absolutely allows without resetting your ball and ruining your fun. And I think that's a crucial point to make here with Walkabout Mini Golf, as it really is just so much fun to play, either alone or with up to 7 other friends or strangers. And it does absolutely everything to make sure that you are entertained. Course variety is definitely a key to that, as each and every new course that has been added to the game has gone to completely different areas of time, space, and even fiction to take fantasy mini golf to a level like never before. Early courses in the core game wisely strive to create a more classic mini golf experience, often courses that span such locales as a tropical island, a desert, oceanside cliffs, and even a gothic castle. However, once the DLC courses started coming, Walkabout Mini Golf really found its imagination, giving players the chance to play some of the best and most elaborate mini golf courses ever designed, featuring locations such as a 60s style deep space station, a Candyland world, an Old West town, or even into well-known fictional courses such as the movie world of the Labyrinth or the famous island of the game Myst, complete with some light mini golf puzzles at various holes. And that list goes on and on, from Jules Verne courses taking place on the submarine from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea to golfing at the bottom of the ocean in the lost city of Atlantis. This course variety also extends to those individual holes, as this imagination and ingenuity can be seen in each hole, as it takes ideas from the course theme and makes for a brand new experience for players each and every time they step up to a new shot. Now, like I previously said, for those looking for more of a challenge, each and every course also contains a hard or challenging variation that takes place at night. This is unlocked by either getting a final score of par on the day variation or collecting a minimum of 10 hidden golf balls. And yes, I should mention that it isn't all about golf here in Walkabout, as the game is filled with secrets to explore, one of which is the hidden balls, each within the vicinity of each and every hole of the daytime courses. The designs of these balls can at times be incredible, and collecting them can become very addictive in a weird Where's Waldo type of way, and rewarding when you're able to bust out your newfound treasure when playing with friends. Now, while the nighttime variations do not have hidden balls, they instead trade that up for a sort of treasure hunt game, which includes a hint at the first hole, and will have players running all around the map in search of items and clues to unlock that course's custom-themed club. Trust me guys, these minigames can completely take over a match as players run around looking for hidden collectibles, and in fact I must apologize for some of the gameplay footage you might see here here as my head was often swinging around as I constantly looked around each and every nook and cranny for hidden balls. Now, for those wondering about accessibility options, Walkabout Mini Golf really allows players to play the game the way they want to, allowing them to choose between full locomotion and teleportation, of which I have been showing both throughout this review. And of course, you also have the choice between click and smooth turning. Seated and standing play is essentially supported here as well, as the club simply adjusts automatically to the player's height, which not only helps with seated play, but also for kids jumping in and having the game feel right for them. Consequently, this auto-adjust feature of the club also makes for a very jank-free golf game, as you never struggle to line your club up with the surface of the green. Additionally, Walkabout Mini Golf also supports the two extremes of movement, allowing players with the play space to essentially play each course using full room scale, or on the other side of that extreme, to choose to go full Superman and take flight around the course. It's your choice, and I love that. And it must be said that regardless of whatever control choices you go with, a single press of the trigger button will immediately take you back right to where your ball is, and I love that feature of the game. Now, controller-wise, the game of course uses the motion controllers, but only requires you to use one, and actually, I think it tracks better if you do only use one. Though I should say that when compared to the Quest 2, the PSVR 2 controllers don't track quite as well. This isn't an issue with the game though, as this was simply the PSVR 2 and its tendency to sometimes lose controllers, something that I hope is patched in an upware firm date. It's never game-breaking though, nor will I dock the score for it, but it's still worth mentioning. And one quick note about multiplayer before we move on to the graphics and audio. Like I previously mentioned, this game supports up to 8 players. Individual players can either try their luck at joining up with a random bunch of people, or they can set up and join a private room. Now, multiplayer is also cross-play with PSVR and Quest players, so regardless of what headset your friends own, you can play together. Now, multiplayer really brings this game alive, people, and if you're lucky enough to own another headset in your home, it makes for a fantastic living room experience to play together in the same room on multiple headsets. I personally taught my niece how to play mini golf while playing this game, and it makes for some real quality VR time. Now onto the visual side of things, Walkabout Mini Golf might be easy to dismiss as another cartoony VR game that looks like it was made in Rec Room, and honestly, I wouldn't blame you for thinking that. However, watching the social screen footage does not do this game justice, as once you head into the headset, you are sure to see that the art design that Mighty Coconut have chosen to go with, well, obviously Quest friendly, is also a perfect fit for a lighthearted mini golf game, and I often felt like I was on a holiday playing on these courses. Honestly, Walkabout Mini Golf, as silly as it may sound to those who haven't played it, is often a visually stunning game and continues to impress me each and every time I jump into it with its endless draw distance, creative visuals, and sheer polish. That being said, the game's first 6 or 7 courses, while visually nice in their own right, do pale now when seen in comparison to the courses that would follow, as the Coyote Valley DLC drop definitely raised the visual bar for the series. A bar, mind you, that each subsequent course has arguably raised, with an incredible amount of care and detail being put into each and every aspect of the course design. These courses, and even the earlier ones, are simply bursting with color, imagination, and a use of scale and verticality to create some wonderful worlds to explore in a multitude of ways. Later courses have also seen the inclusion of more dynamic lighting and particle effects, though I must commend the design team here for doing an excellent job of using shaders to bake in lighting and shadow effects that work, of course, on the Quest, but still hold up on higher-end headsets. Speaking of which, PSVR 2 headsets are definitely getting the PC VR version here, with its improved level of detail, draw distance, and texture sharpness. It may not be quite as sharp as the PC version jacked up with super sampling, but it's close. Additionally, the PSVR 2 version definitely benefits from its HDR display, as the colorful nature of the game along with its darker night variations really pop, making it arguably the prettiest version of the game to play. Now, where some may feel that the game's visual style may hurt the immersion factor for them, let me assure you that the sound design does a lot of the heavy lifting to help bring the game to another level. Detailed and spot-on world sounds will fill the sound mix, really putting players into the world that they're walking around. In-game chat keeps players connected, and a light musical score gives each and every course some spirit. But for me, the game's amazing use of ambient world sounds is truly exceptional, and it makes these worlds come alive. And finally, that brings me to my final thoughts and review score. From its world design and spot-on physics to its fantastical, colorful visuals and lively sound mix, Walkabout Mini Golf for me is just about the perfect VR mini golf game. Throw in a robust collection of courses, all with vastly different course designs and the promise of much more to come, and Walkabout Mini Golf just keeps on getting better and better. Whether alone or with friends, its challenging game design and multitude of side collectathons will keep players interested for countless hours of laughter, cheering, and pure VR fun. The VR Grid gives Walkabout Mini Golf a well-deserved 9.5 out of 10. Guys, this is must-own VR, and I highly encourage you to pick it up if you don't already have it on another headset. What's different here on the PSVR 2 version maybe isn't crucial enough that I think I would jump from the PC version to this, but Quest owners are likely to appreciate the visual upgrades. Regardless, having a second version of the game in the house makes for some fantastic living room co-op sessions, and keep in mind that the PSVR 2 version comes with all the game's DLC at the time of launch, which allows players without that DLC on other platforms to still jump into any of the courses when online with the PSVR 2 version. So it's a great deal all around. Anyways, guys, that's it from us. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about this game. And if you played it already, for all these other people that are ready to jump in, let them know what you think of the game and share some fun experiences. Guys, we will catch you on our next video.